Hi guys, if you've been battling with hyperpigmentation and you're curious about the SkinMedica Lytera 2.0, keep on watching because I'm about to give you my honest feedback on this product. I'm going to go over the ingredient, why it's working, what's not, what's good about it, how to use it, and we're gonna talk about the clinical studies and what is SkinMedica in general and what's that brand and what it can do for you. So keep on watching. So hi guys, I'm Madeleine Casey. I'm the owner and founder of Sparkle Lifestyle and Medispa. It's a medical aesthetic practice in Moncton, New Brunswick. And today I'm talking about hyperpigmentation in general and how skincare can help you. And I will dedicate this video specifically to the SkinMedica Lytera 2.0. I've been using this product for the last 2 months and I wanted to give you my honest feedback. I will also compare it to Osmosis SkinCare. I've been trying the SkinBetter and I also tried some from Vivier, the Vivier Pharma line. So I'm going to compare it between all of them and how I would use it, which one I prefer. And yeah, so as a disclaimer, I need to say that I do carry this specific product. I carry a lot of line here at Sparkle. SkinMedica is fairly new for us, I'll be 100% honest, but so far I am really impressed. So before I jumped into the specific product, I want to talk about hyperpigmentation in general and what it does and why you have it to begin with. So hyperpigmentation is caused by an overstimulation of the melanocyte, melanin, at your surface of your skin, and it can happen for different reasons. The most common one would be the sun damage, because your skin want to protect itself from the skin and all the damage caused by the UVA, UVB, the pollution and all that. Putting that brown spot there, it's just a way of your skin to get protected. I mean, it's good for you, but not so good, I guess, if you're trying to have an even tone. And it's also a sign that you may have some damage, right? Because if your skin is starting to have that uneven sun damage, so that means that there's damage at your cellular level and your skin is trying to protect itself. So that's what it does that. So there's different things that even before you get into that type of product, you need to realize that before you start investing in skincare for your pigment or laser treatment or chemical peel or all of that, you need to start using a good sunscreen, and that's essential because that's the reason you got the sun damage to begin with. So not using sunscreen is kind of like reversing the damage. I mean, you're just not protecting your investment because the sun damage will come back. So super important to use a good physical sunblock. I will show you the Elta MD that I have here, and actually SkinMedica also have a good sunscreen that have zinc oxide and titanium dioxide, and it also have a tinted version of it which I love. So good alternative. But before you invest into that type of product, you need to have a sunscreen. Is essential. Then second, I really like to have some antioxidant because antioxidant is something that also protect again the pollution, UVA, UVB, and it also reverse the damage, which is great. You need it. So like the popular form of an antioxidant would be your vitamin C. And it's known to be helping for hyperpigmentation to begin with, so that's why it's a really popular one. But I mean, there's other antioxidant on the market, and we'll discuss all that. But super important to have a good antioxidant, and I would say at daytime, because that's where you're more exposed to pollution and the sun in general, right? So when you want to address your pigment, yes, there's some product that works really, really well, but you may need to treat the pigment at different level. Okay, so pigment are trapped in your epiderm. So you need to first have a good medical grade antioxidant serum, something that will reach your cellular level and actually reverse the damage. Because if you get like an antioxidant from the drugstore, chances are that it will just sit at the surface of your skin and will not go at the cellular level to actually repair the damage. And that's what you're looking for. If you want something that's more long-term, you need to use a good medical grade skincare. And why medical? Because those products have been clinically proven to work, that they're efficient. They are proven to be doing what they're claiming. So they have research, and you can actually see the improvement at the cellular level, where what you would see over the counter doesn't have those studies. So buying a true medical grade skincare will definitely help, and because there's an actual change. So usually you need to have like a physician or a doctor in the clinic where you're purchasing the product, because I mean the wrong skincare, the wrong skin type can give you adverse effect. So that's why it's really important to get a good medical grade skincare when you're trying to really reverse the aging process of your skin. So that's super important, first thing. So an antioxidant that will reverse the aging process. Then you need to have something that will speed up your skin cell turnover. And what I mean by that is because your epiderm is your derm in about 8 to 12 weeks. So you need to have something in your skincare regimen that will speed these things up a little bit. So vitamin A, well known, retinol, retinoid, retinaldehyde, all are skincare that will speed up that skin cell turnover. So they do act as a little antioxidant. They also anti-aging, really good to speed up fine line, wrinkle, good product for that. So that should also be included in your skincare regimen when you're trying to battle pigmentation. Then the next one would be an exfoliant. And that's where you need to be really mindful of what kind of antioxidant you're using, right? There's tons of different exfoliant. You can have a physical exfoliant that you can actually feel, like you feel the little like sand or the texture in it, not the sand, it's usually like it could be a different particle, but you would feel it, right? So those would be physical exfoliant. Those, I like them for maybe my body, but not so much for my face, because what can happen, you could over exfoliate, so creating maybe like more damage long term. So I would try to stay away from those physical on my face in general. There's better than other, but overall. I like to have a salicylic acid, especially if you're more acne prone, if maybe you have clogged pore, if you have enlarged pore. I like to use salicylic acid. But if you have sun damage, my go-to is usually glycolic acid. It's a little bit more, it goes a little bit deeper as exfoliant. You can still have good ones that are not crazy, but it would just help shed those dead skin cell faster, so again, to speed up that skin cell turnover. So that's another good component if you're trying to battle hyperpigmentation. Also, you need to realize that hyperpigmentation can be caused, yes, by the sun, aging, and all that, but it can also be internal, and sometimes melasma is a good example of hyperpigmentation that's caused more like your hormones and all that. So looking at your overall internal health can actually help for hyperpigmentation. And how to see if you do have melasma. So you would have to see a dermatologist to have like that, for sure, condition. But overall, usually it would be more in your forehead, under your eyes, and it's usually pretty symmetrical. So it's not just a random sunspot here and there. It's usually more symmetrical, so that would be a sign of melasma. If that's the case, please, please, please go see a dermatologist, or make sure that you never get a laser treatment in your face. There's some laser out there, like a picosecond, that are actually better for people with melasma, but big no-no to IPL and Alexandrite and just those cheaper type of device. So please stay away from laser if you have melasma, because the heat can actually stimulate the melasma. And same thing for hyperpigmentation. You need to realize that laser make your skin more sensitive to the sun. I love laser to treat pigment, but you need to be fully aware that you can't go in the sun 4 weeks before and 4 weeks after, because yes, it can make the hyperpigmentation even worse. That lead me to my third type of hyperpigmentation caused by acne scarring. That's quite common actually. So it's usually on people that have a darker skin type, a little bit like me and darker, where as soon as you have a pimple or inflammation in your skin, you have PIH, so post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation caused by that acne, that breakout, and then you will be left with hyperpigmentation scarring. So they usually start kind of reddish, and then they get darker with time, and on darker skin type those scarring lasts longer. So that's also another type of hyperpigmentation. So before we start treating those hyperpigmentation, I would strongly suggest looking into the cause of those breakout. I mean, if you just had, maybe use a bad product and just had, fine. But if you have acne all the time, maybe each time you have your period, you have breakout, or if you're just battling with adult acne in general, I would strongly suggest looking into why you're having breakout to begin with. So, and then we can start playing with the hyperpigmentation. There's nothing against using it as we go. It's just be mindful of that, right? Now I'm going to talk about the actual product. So I'm going to talk about the SkinMedica Lytera 2.0. It's a pigment brightening serum. It's a 60 ml, so it's actually a big size. For the price, I was impressed because if I compare it to most vitamin C, that's usually 30 ml, and the one that I was using before was from Osmosis SkinCare, also a 30 ml. Another big one that people ask me to compare this product with would be the SkinBetter, the product Even Tone Correcting Serum. That's also a really popular one that's on the market right now. This is 50 ml. So if you're in the fence between the two, just be aware that the difference is a little bit different between the two products. So the bottle look like this. This is my bottle, and it comes with a pump. You just pump it out, and it looked like this texture. It feels really good. One thing that attracted me, if you're into the ingredient, it doesn't have any dimethicone in it. I'm super sensitive to that ingredient. Most people are not though, so for most people, I don't think that's a big problem. But if you are acne prone skin, or if you're just sensitive to silicone in general, a lot of people like that ingredient for the silky finish, and it does trap hydration and moisture in your skin. So it's a decent ingredient. It's just this doesn't have it, and I think that's why I like it so much. So if you read the description from SkinMedica, it says that the new Lytera 2.0 is an advanced pigment correcting serum formulated to address the appearance of stubborn discoloration regardless of where it starts. So that's something that's interesting in this product. So it's not just sun damage or brown, it actually treats lighter, like almost like orange, yellow, and red pigment. So that's a big quality of this product. So there's many things that can influence your skin natural color discoloration, and it can be caused by either external or internal factor. And that's what I was thinking. So it's good for people that have melasma, scarring, liver spot. So good parts of that. So in terms of the results, so I'm going to share my experience. So right away, I did enjoy the product. It's was really, it got absorbed really well in my skin. I would suggest to first cleanse your skin with a good cleanser. Then if you're using a toner, use your toner. I like to use my antioxidant first, any kind of serum that you have. And then I like to separate if I'm using a growth factor, and then I would finish with this specific product after, following by a moisturizer if that's something that you use, or like before that hyaluronic acid, then a moisturizer, then your sunscreen. So that would be the order. This specific product suggests use AM and PM. And that's what I've been doing also. So in terms of results, within 2 weeks, I felt like I was seeing something, but I mean, it's really hard to say, and maybe I should explain why I'm using it. So I do have melasma in my forehead, a little bit under my eyes. I have hyperpigmentation from scarring from acne, and I've been testing a lot of product lately, and I was talking about Dimethicone, and it's during that testing some product, I didn't realize that some had the ingredient. It's my own fault. I did had severe breakout all in my jawline, most of them, and a little bit like around my forehead. So I was trying to get rid of those nice pigment with this product. So 2 weeks, I feel like I've seen the difference, mostly maybe the intensity of my melasma. And in 4 weeks, I could definitely say that I've seen some improvement, but they do suggest that you should be using the product for 12 weeks to really see the results. But that makes sense. Most product you need to wait 12 weeks because that's the speed of your skin cell turnover. So technically, all products you need to wait 12 weeks. If you go on their website, and I will be linking them below, you can see all the clinical studies. They're quite impressive, if you ask me. Everything is well documented. They explain the skin type, the condition, and all that. So it was actually really interesting to read all the clinical studies of that product, and that's exactly why I decided to bring it on, right? Tranexamic acid is one of the featured ingredient in it. It helped correct the appearance of hyperpigmentation. Phenylethyl resorcinol. It helps support the melanin balance to correct the appearance of hyperpigmentation. They have niacinamide and tetrapeptide in it that will help prevent the appearance of new spot while visibly balancing the appearance of your skin tone. They do have marine extract blend that will help to correct and prevent the appearance of hyperpigmentation, and while supporting a healthy skin barrier. And then phytic acid to enhance the skin texture and just promote an even looking skin. So those are like the featured ingredient that they mention in it. So now I will compare it to the other product. So the popular one would be the SkinBetter. Personally, I'm a big fan of both. I like the texture of both. This one have Dimethicone in it, so a lot of people will love this product. Because it have Dimethicone, I would just make sure it's at the end of your skincare regimen, because if you're using vitamin C, by example, it will reduce the absorption of the product. Same thing for growth factors, because Dimethicone will just seal your skin right after. So that's a good alternative. If you don't like Dimethicone, go with the SkinMedica, that's for sure. The box is also a little bit bigger. A popular alternative that's not with me, but would be the vitamin C sequin from Vivier. It does have hydroquinone, and I think that's why those two products are popular, because they don't contain hydroquinone. Hydroquinone is kind of like a controversial ingredient. It still offers great results, and I still like to use it for some people. But if you can have good results without using hydroquinone, I definitely suggest your body adapts to it. So after 3 or 4 months of using hydroquinone, you need to stop anyway. So for my client that have been on hydroquinone and need to have something in between, definitely recommend this product. So this product can be applied morning, at night. You can apply all over your face, neck and décolleté, no problem. And if I have still a little bit on my hand, I like to put it on my hand. I strongly suggest using a good sunscreen, like I said, to protect your investment. But those products in general speed up your skin cell turnover and could potentially make your skin a little bit more sensitive to the sun. So always recommended to pair this product with a good zinc oxide sunscreen. I'm recommending the SkinMedica. I love the tinted one. It's almost like using a foundation. It's beautiful. I like it. So overall, I do recommend this product. I like it. I love it for me. I'm happy with the results. Every client that used it have been happy so far. So thank you so much for SkinMedica for this product, and yes, I do recommend it. So if you are interested in this product, we do have an online store. You can get it there. We also offer consultation. So before buying any product, I strongly recommend that you have someone that would look at your complete, like we'll do a complete assessment. We do virtual and in person. So to make sure that you're having the right product for your skin type, right? Because I'm sure a lot of you can relate. You've spent money into product that don't give you the results. So yes, you can buy it online, but if you're not 100% sure that this is the product for you and you would like to have the input of true medical esthetician that are experienced with the product, experience in skin in general. We're a team, we have doctors here. We will be able to answer all your questions and make sure that you get the right product for you. So click on the link below. I will link the online store, how to book a consultation, and also we do have a Facebook group. So if you really like skincare and tips and beauty and internal and nutrition, we teach a lot about nutrition and all that, make sure that you check our Facebook group. We're quite active there. So thank you so much for watching, and I will suggest my next favorite video about SkinMedica right there, and another video. So keep on watching our channel and can't wait to talk to you. So have a beautiful day. Bye bye.